Yeah, my name's Clyde Rigney. I was born here in Raukkan in 1958. What I'm passionate about is that we actually help people to see that they can change their lives and also the lives of the next generation. Well, I'm a child of a domestic violence family, a broken family. I'm the middle child with 5 siblings. Yeah, fathers and sons is a really interesting topic in my mind, in my heart. I wish I would have had a better time with my dad, my father says he loves me, and I believe him, but he doesn't know how to actually live that out. I never truly understood it till about 15 years ago. By that time I'm 40 years old. Sadly, I think my father wanted to be a better man but didn't know how, and grew up in the 30s and 40s and 50s on this community when it's quite a lot more difficult to live, I think, under the constraints of policies that impacted on Aboriginal people in that time. And we have to look at our past to understand our current position in contemporary Australia. I don't think we can just say, that was just a tough situation. I think my father, along with men of that era, were quite broken people. Broken spirits is how I think about it. How he and men of his age group literally felt that they didn't have a place of value in their family and community, and therefore in their life. Watching men die when they have not yet lived. Watching a lot of our young men not even know what it's truly like to be a man because they just wasn't given the opportunity. So for me, I have a passion to change that story for every family. I think that's a real challenge for us because it sort of is the very thing then that we miss out on, knowing how to father ourselves. And so we could easily make judgments on our parents without fully being aware of what shaped them. Whether we like it or not, our shared history shaped us all to such a degree that our country is the country it is today because of it. God had a big part to play in changing our lives. God can change all of our lives if we're willing. We'll treat each other really badly when we don't understand that there's a greater good that God wants from us, greater good in God's intentions for us. It really begins with me acting justly and loving mercy and walking humbly with God like Micah talks about. If I can do those things, then hopefully someone else can do those things, and all of a sudden we've got a group of people acting like God wants us to act. That would be fantastic. We're quite happy to be the people that God created us to be. We think we offer some things. We want to contribute. We think there's an important mystery about unity that God wants to teach us. That the 3% of Aboriginal people in this nation have a rich story to share with the broader members of our nation, and that God intended it to be that way. And I think it's important for us to try to capture what that means. The challenges that's been for Aboriginal Australia for so long, our place in this nation, our place that God intended, the things that have been truly unjust and continue to be that. What is the right thing to do when we've done the wrong thing for so long? How do we make things right? And we all know money's not going to make that work. And I believe that relationship will make it right. It's how we treat each other, how we acknowledge each other, accept that there are some things that we can't sweep under the carpet. There are some things that we must come to terms with. We've treated our neighbour like they don't matter. And we never should have done that. And you notice that I say we, because we all treat each other that way at times. How do we see each other as men, Aboriginal, non-Aboriginal? Do we still see each other in that shared history picture? Or do we see ourselves in a shared future picture? Because I think that will determine then how we behave, how we treat ourselves and how we treat our neighbour. It's something that I'm still battling with. The way I think God sees me helps me tremendously in the way I see others. It gives me a sense of clarity about why I should be forgiving, why I should be loving, why I should be merciful. He loves me even when I'm at my worst, which drives me to want to do my best. I think God is trying to teach us a lesson as a nation. Will we really love our neighbour? If we love him. Who is our neighbour? Will we accept neighbours from anywhere? I think it's a huge challenge to us as Australians. It's a huge challenge to us as Ngarrindjeri people. I'm grateful that he's teaching me how to be on this planet. To realise that we are much more the same than we think we are different. We all have one Father. I'm really grateful that end of the day that God's in charge of it all.